Andres Segovia, the famous classical guitarist who brought the guitar to concert hall, and he wanted the guitar to be respected on the same level, so he wanted to call the guitar a classical guitar to differentiate it from the other types of guitar. I think it also created another problem, attaching kind of a stigma of classical music to classical guitar. The truth is that I personally don't only play classical music on classical guitar. I play music ranging from Renaissance to Baroque and past Baroque, and including contemporary music. I think of classical guitar as this particular type of guitar, a guitar that has nylon strings. It's shaped like this. This is a handmade guitar. Also, I think classical guitar implies technique. For example, playing with the nails on the right hand, using nylon strings, and sitting in a certain way, in a classical position. But I don't think it really speaks so much about the music. Rather, it's not limited to the classical music. It's a very versatile instrument because all guitars have the same 6 strings, they all have the same frets, but I think the sky is the limit for the music that we can play on this beautiful instrument. After playing so many concerts, I've had some experience of paying attention to how people react to classical guitar. Quite often I meet people that never heard a classical guitar in a concert, and very often they are surprised at the range of repertoire that I play in my concerts. I play arrangements of music by Bach, Beatles, I play classical composers, Renaissance, Baroque, all kinds of different music from different periods. I think it's more about the beauty rather than about a stigma or like a specific type. So I want to break those barriers, and I want classical guitar to be more than just being limited to some kind of word. So what I find is that people often are simply not aware of what this instrument is and what can be done on it. So my mission is to bring this instrument to as many people as I can, and to have them introduced to this beautiful instrument. My favorite composer, if I could say that, because that changes of course depending on what I'm working on, and I appreciate many composers, but I always come back to music of Johann Sebastian Bach. His music is just above and beyond everything else. It makes sense emotionally, it makes sense spiritually. It simply makes me happy in many ways. I always find myself going back to Bach, and presently I'm working on recording an album of 3 violin sonatas for guitar. Of course there are transcriptions for guitar. So I would say Bach is very important for me. Well, I should mention that I also teach many students in Silicon Valley. I have a studio located in Los Altos. And many of my students have tech jobs. And what I find is many of those students, they really want to be part of art, to participate in creating art, and specifically music. Because maybe there is something that they're missing in their daily life that they don't get out of a desk job. I personally admire and love tech, I think, when it serves us in positive ways. But I guess it can also get a little bit mechanical and lose a little bit of the humane aspect of creating something like making music. Or it used to be that people used to be really good at painting, music, sciences. It was all part of someone's discipline, like they all had to practice all those things. But that has changed recently. People became specialists in specific fields. But I think everything is connected. I think people want to be doing things that are involving different parts of the brain. I think in my experience in Silicon Valley, there's a thirst for arts, and I'm very happy to be offering this to